Let's read Source 1 from the Mexico City investigation. It's titled Mexico's Constitution. But first, let's look at the central question to remind ourselves of the purpose for reading this source. Why is access to water unequal in and around Mexico City? So let's start with the attribution to see where the source comes from. Excerpts from articles in Mexico's Constitution that was first approved in 1917 by an assembly of leaders of the Mexican Revolution and amended every year since then. Mexico's Constitution of 1917 with amendments through 2015, translated by the Comparative Constitutions Project in 2015. Let's go to the headnote to find out more about the source. The Mexican Constitution was originally written in 1917 and has been amended, changed every year. Amendments, changes, are included within the document rather than at the end. The Constitution is the highest law in the country. Mexico's Constitution has 2 articles that refer to access to water. Written in 1917, Article 27 says that water is national property. This means the government can decide who gets access to water and how much. Amended, changed in 2012, Article 4 states that all people have the right to water. Before that, it just said people needed an adequate environment. Okay, now let's get into the source itself. Let's read these articles from Mexico's Constitution. Article 4, amended in 2012. Any person has the right of access, provision, and drainage of water for personal and domestic consumption in a sufficient, healthy, acceptable, and affordable manner. The state will guarantee such right, and the law will define the basis, subsidies, and modality for the equitable and sustainable access and use of the freshwater resources. Article 27. The property of all land and water within national territory is originally owned by the nation, who has the right to transfer this ownership to particulars. The nation shall at all time have the right to impose on private property such restrictions as the public interest may demand, as well as to regulate for social benefit the use of those natural resources in order to make an equitable distribution of public wealth, to conserve them, to achieve a balanced development of the country, and to improve the living conditions of the rural and urban population.